Okay, what we're going to try to do here is make us some black garlic. I've got plenty of garlic, so I'm going to go through some of this. And I've done this before years ago. So what I want to do is select some garlic, try to get it pretty close to the same size, which is going to be impossible. And I've got a little metal trivet-like thing that I'm going to set in the bottom just to hold that up a little bit off the ground, or off the bottom of that. And I'm going to put the biggest garlic, which is going to be some elephant garlic, and I'm going to put it in the bottom. But what I'm going to do this time, now before I lined that in aluminum foil, and I seen a guy using oven bags, and that's what I'm going to try to do today. I'm going to try to use one of these oven turkey roasting bags, or whatever they're called. Yeah, oven bags. And I'm going to put this in the bottom of this rice cooker. I'm going to put it in the bottom, and we're going to fill this up with garlic. I don't know how this is going to turn out. This is a kind of a long-term thing. But what I'm going to do on this garlic, this elephant garlic, I'm going to take the cloves apart. I'm going to pull most of that paper off and get rid of some of the unnecessary stuff that's in there. Not going to try to take very long about doing it, but I want all that off that I can get off. And should have had this done. Anyway, let's get this done. Get all that paper off that you can get. And when you select your cloves, you want to make sure that you're getting good sound cloves. If there's any cracks or anything in these cloves, don't use them for this. Some of these big ones, work that paper off and take your cloves, get them out of there. Now on this smaller garlic, what I'll do with it, like on the Pahosky and the music garlic, I'm going to use some of it too. Probably won't make but one batch of that this year. Who knows? But I don't know if you've ever ate black garlic or not. It's pretty good if you like it. It really gives it a complete different flavor. I don't even know how to explain it. You might call it a caramelized or molasses kind of taste. Sweet, it sweetens it up, yeah. This gets you several of these big cloves of this elephant garlic. And you could put it in whole, but it would take up a lot of unnecessary space. I think, anyway. A lot of space that would be unnecessary. Now this is a slow process. This could take anywhere between, well, he could take anywhere between 10 and 30 days. It could take longer. They say by putting it in these oven bags that it kind of actually speeds the process up. But anyway, we're going to give it a shot here. And I could come out every day and film it and change a little piece of paper or something. Show you the date, the progress, but that's, I think, too much. It's too much and completely uncalled for. What I'll do is put this in, and probably will update you maybe once or twice maybe in the process of this, see how it's coming along, show you what the stages are and kind of like what to look for in it. And naturally, the closer to the heat source, which would be the bottom of this turkey cooker or rice cooker, it would be where more heat's concentrated. And let me go ahead and let's see, 2, 4, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We'll get one more, maybe, then we'll go from there. Don't want to put all this in there, which I did before. It's all I used was elephant garlic. I've never made any of this out of the music Pahosky garlic. And but I do like it. I really do like it. And it's supposed to really boost the antioxidants properties. I don't know what it really does. I mean, I'm just going with what I've heard. But you need to do this outside. You don't you don't want to do this in the house. So anyway, let's just go ahead and put our garlic in there. It don't matter how it's in there either. You know, it can be on top each other. It don't matter. Just put her in there. Just put her in there. Now, that's the elephant garlic. Kind of work it around, get it down in there. Now, I think that's all the elephant garlic we'll probably use. I can go ahead and tie this one back up. You don't won't be long till be time for this garlic to go back in the ground, really. Now I don't know which is which here. Now I'm gonna try to distinguish these two garlics here. Come out of there, boy. Get that out of there. Now, what I'm gonna do is try to distinguish. And I think this is Pahosky. Ain't but one way to find out, really, are they? There ain't but one way to find out. One way that I know to find out. Now that's dark. That's a dark piece. Lay that there. Then we'll get in here and find us a little, and preferably one that's opened, like that one, and get a little one. Like this one. Just have to taste it, and you'll know. When you taste it, you'll know. I'm saying that this is music. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's try this in there. pretty warm on that one. Let's go back and try this one again. Well, woo! I don't know. I really don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me some of each, make sure that they're all pretty good shape. And I brung some snippers. I'm going to snip that off. And we'll just lay it in there. Just like so. Lots of garlic, lots of blackened garlic. I don't want to use my biggest ones. I want them to go back to the ground. But we're just loading them up. Now I'll put a couple more in here of these. That one, it's got one bad clove in the side. I can feel it. A little soft. Okay, it's got them, and I think that's the music. I think. I ain't 100% sure. I'll drop them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hate to do this, but I'm not going to be able to eat all this garlic. And we might as well make us some and see how it goes over. Hadn't we? Might as well too, yeah. Now they tell me that the bottom, that's why I put the biggest ones at the bottom. They say at the bottom is where that there's some kind of chemical action that takes place here that causes this to turn black. Now it'll get brown kind of first, and then it'll get black. Literally, like black, like molasses, like kind of. I don't know how to explain it. But I know one thing, it really changes its flavor, its taste, and all that stuff. Now and then what I can do, here's one more. What I can do here is finish this off with a couple more elephant garlic. A couple more. Would you use a couple more? No, I'm gonna use a couple of these. How's that? Let's use a couple of these. Let's use them big ones. Thing of it is, with this kind of garlic, you think, well, I'm using all the big ones, but in reality, you're not, because when you break them apart, there's lots of cloves in these. Lots of cloves. This is simple to do. Now, I've done it several times, consecutive. And I set it on that back porch, on a little thing there on the back porch. And that's plenty. Now what you want to do, what I'm going to do, I won't say it's what you want to do, but need to tie this, kind of, and get all the air out of it that we can get out of it. And twist that. And we're not going to tie no big hard knot that we can't get loose. We just want to tuck that in there just a little bit like that. Now, let me get I'll cut us a string here. I will. I'll cut us a string, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, cut a little string there. And tie this back up. I need, just like I said, put some, what do you call it? Paracord on that. Paracord, boy. Okay. Now, that's got our garlic here. And it's in the bag, in the oven bag. And it's down there, plenty room. It's on a trivet. The lid will easily shut. Now what I'll do, I'll go set this on the back porch and I'll set you up over there after I get this stuff put back in the house and plug it up and show you where it's going to set and how it'll do. But now just remember, when you're running this, you want it on just the keep warm cycle. And it should go to that when you turn it on. I don't know. Some of them do, maybe some don't. But the keep warm cycle's where you want that to stay. Then we've got our garlic in here, and it's plugged up. And I'm going to turn this that way, this control unit, where I can see through the window at night to make sure a cat or something ain't got on the cord and unplugged it. So what we want to do is set that on keep warm. And this little light will come on, indicator says keep warm, and none of these others is on. It'll say 0. It'll stay at 0. Because all we want this to stay on constantly. And I'll turn this around and we'll let that go. And hopefully nothing will bother it. We'll come back probably in about 7 days and check this. And this should, by it being confined in there, 14 to 30 days on this. I don't know. Now this, like I said, I've never used any with that oven bag. I always put aluminum foil in there. And but anyway, it's shut and it's got a vent right here to vent it. But it's going to hold all that, and maybe that'll create that chemical reaction quicker than it did with the aluminum foil, because I know it would let so much escape. But we'll see, and that way I can tell you for sure whether the oven bag versus the aluminum foil is quicker and better. But they say, now I've read the boy that was, or a woman maybe, is making some of this. It said after it goes through half cycle, of course they had it stacked like I do, and said you may have to turn it over about halfway through. So we'll know on the 7th day when we come back to check it. So anyway, that'll be it today. We'll be back in about a week and check on that. All right, that's it.